Well, it's been a long time coming, my friends, but we've finally gotten ourselves the long-awaited sequel to one of the OGs of the hentai puzzle genre, a genre which has gone through no transformation whatsoever over the past year, relying on sales solely through the enticing promise of some cartoon boobies, and maybe if you're lucky, a little something more. But as Bigway Games took it upon themselves to enhance the formula, and perhaps even add a sprinkle of creativity to it, you bet your knackersack they haven't, at least not for the most part anyway. What they have done, however, is introduce a narrative to the gameplay, albeit a paper-thin one, but it's there nonetheless. Now, the storyline sees us meeting a girl called Yumi whilst out for a walk in the local park, and as expected, the English in this one is a little shaky, but after shedding her clothing for the first time, we head back to her place to play some poker. Strip poker, of course. After this, things get a little bit rapey as we force her against a wall and once more proceed to strip her despite her protests, but we make it all better again by giving her a massage. And then, in a plot twist that nobody saw coming, we actually encounter a puzzle segment where we're putting her clothes back on. She's apparently off on a night out, and when she returns with smeared makeup and a rather peculiar stain on her leg, we all know how that one went, but this genuinely made me laugh, so props off to the devs for trying something different. Now I won't spoil the rest for you, but let's just say there's plenty more flesh in the sea. Gameplay wise though, apart from the minor diversion that I mentioned, nothing else has really changed with this one. It's still the same old monotonously droll fragment swapping jigsaw puzzle that you've all come to know and love, or know and loathe as the case may be. But if you come looking for nudity in this one, unfortunately you won't find any of it, with not even a nipple in sight and all the tasty bits obscured by conveniently placed cards, leaves and rays of sunlight. You do of course strip the girls bare after each completed puzzle, but what is a hentai game without nudity, and being as though this is something that this particular flavour of game relies on heavily, there's now very little reason to play it at all. But what I will say though is that the artwork is much better in comparison to some of the recent entries, and the tunes are also pretty decent. But aside from this, it's pretty standard stuff. The whole thing will take you around an hour to complete if you're on point, and once you've completed the puzzles, you can then go and re-ogle at them until your heart's content in the game's gallery. That though is it folks, another entry in the genre and a step back in the only way that matters to most people. But if you're a fan of the gameplay elements of previous titles, then at least that's something that you can still rely on. That is about it though for this review, a short one as usual, just to give you the lowdown, and I do have a bunch of keys to give away, so if you want one, let me know why you're desperate enough to want to play Hentai Uni 2. If this review helped you out though, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more Switch reviews and content, but as always, thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, and game on.